Welcome back to another live update with me, Gareth.
And me, I'm Jackie. Hi.
So we've just got off a call with the amazing Eduardo Goncalves. He is the founder of the campaign to ban trophy hunting and so many wonderful things. Absolutely fantastic interview. We can't wait to be sharing that one with you.
Yeah, he's done incredible work. We can't give too much away, but it just,
It blew our minds. Like when we did the interview for episode one with Captain Paul Watson, like his answers just kept like sort of knocking us. We've got our questions on screen often, and like we're trying to read them, and then when you get these fantastic answers from people, sometimes it just like knocks you for six, and you're trying to like remember, crikey, I'm going to be interviewing here, not just listening away and getting
yeah.
lost in it, but wow, we've learned so much about trophy hunting from Eduardo. It is a real eye opener. That it seems like a bad joke, really. Some of it, just
Mm,
how contradictory so much of the sort of the higher up stuff and like the conservation groups are, and
yeah.
then the fact that they're still getting away with doing these horrendous things for animals for the sake of trophies and other commodities and such.
It's so disgusting. As Gareth said, it's almost laughable. I had no idea of the impact that trophy hunting is having every single day. Like I said, don't want to give away too much, but if you want to know more about Eduardo and his work in advance, check out his website. I think we provided the link as well. It's bantrophyhunting.org.
Should be in the bio somewhere. I think it's
Yeah,
up, down.
he's been campaigning for decades. His work is absolutely incredible. His knowledge is second to none, and yeah, we could have talked to him all day. It was
Yeah, it was planned to be a sort of a half an hour interview, but it's probably going to be more around the 45-minute mark once I edit it. Although we spoke pretty much for an hour anyway, it was just
yeah,
it was so wonderful. Like we were speaking earlier before we started doing the interview about how busy we've been with so much of the work that we're doing, and um, just trying to keep on top of everything. And we're sort of saying how interviews is one thing that we're never gonna sort of take the throttle off. I think because we just speak to these wonderful people, and we get all amped up and get all excited and giddy and stuff. Like
yeah.
while I was trying to set up this live update, the levels come down a little bit, but I just still feel pumped full of adrenaline, learning about what I can be doing to help out these animals. And one
Absolutely.
little tidbit I'll throw out there from the thing though is about factory farming. It is not just cows, pigs, chickens, sheep, fish. There's also things like game animals, as they call them anyway.
Yeah,
A lot
cheetahs.
cheetahs, lions, tigers, even being bred in captivity to be shot in captivity. It's just
Yeah,
wow. Can opener to the head today.
it's
It's just
mind
like
blowing.
bang.
It's so wrong. And the thing is, all of this stuff is actually available. It's public information, and
Mm,
yet somehow, we don't look. We don't think to go and look. Is there a cheetah farm in Argentina? Like
mm.
it's absolute insanity, and this is what Eduardo has been working so hard for so long. And if you live in the UK, particularly where Eduardo is based, he's had a huge amount of media coverage because, like he says, most people are against trophy hunting, except the trophy hunters. But
Yeah, and yeah, I don't want to give too much away yet because it's going to be episode 6 in that series. So it'll be out in a few weeks once all the other episodes are followed through because we've got Seb Alex coming up next week, and
Hey
as you can
Seb.
see on our page right now, we've got Jordi Casamitjana, which also used to be a colleague of Eduardo, and like yeah, the pair of them are absolutely incredible. But if you haven't
Mm.
checked out the Jordi episode yet,
Please
please do
do.
because that was another one. It just like I love doing this series. I love doing this. I love being able to put out these resources for you activists out there and our wonderful vegan following so that
Yeah.
we can do better in our advocacy for the animals. But I just,
People are
it's,
doing such amazing,
uh,
amazing work, such huge things they're achieving. This is why, we try our very best to get them out there and get their work
mm,
supported.
and we get the perks of the job of being able to speak to them, and it's just so fantastic to learn from them and have those tips for advocacy. And yeah, so
Yeah.
Geordie, his episode is fantastic, all about ethical veganism and how it is now established as a philosophical belief in the UK. So that
Yeah.
means so much for actually, once again, I won't give it away. Please watch the episode.
Watch it.
But,
Eduardo actually just described Jordi to us as a walking encyclopedia and would absolutely go along with that. His knowledge is insane.
and he actually revealed as well that he's actually got a Guinness World Record that we didn't know about until just before, and it's for the world's longest lecture, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, it was purposefully done, but I think it was something like 19 hours. Because he's such an encyclopedia of knowledge, he spoke about one species of animal for that entire time, like not stopping, and like. Yeah, he's fantastic, but don't worry, the episode isn't 19 hours long.
It's absolute gold though, so make sure you do see it.
It's solid. But also in the episode we talked about his book, I really
Ethical
there we
Vegan.
go.
If there is one book, he's not even paying me to say this either. If there is one book that every vegan should read, and honestly put on your reading list for this year, it is Ethical Vegan. I mean, we've been ethical vegans 4 years now, and I thought that it was pretty straightforward.
Well, to be honest, I thought I was an ethical vegan, but like I think more so now, like I understand like the way that they've defined it, because there's a few definitions of what vegan is, and I think the most commonly one is the one from the Vegan Society in the UK, I think it is. I know we quote it in the episode, but that's more the definition most people go by. But yeah, after actually listening to him and seeing how every little action affects your life, yeah, that now I'm really cemented as a philosophical, ethical vegan.
Absolutely. It's really, I mean, there's this book, I'm going to show it again, Ethical Vegan. It made me change the way I look at everything. It really made me think about the way I behave every day.
Yeah, even some of the small actions that we take, like am I thinking about myself right now, or am I thinking about my implications on the animals, the planet, and other things like that, so it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely made me a better ethical vegan. So yeah, absolute must read, must watch. You know.
So I've slapped a link in there to the Amazon page that I just quickly
Where you can
googled.
get your hands on a copy.
Yeah, because it's well worth a read. And once again, we're not endorsed by any of these people. We read the content, we enjoy it, so that then we share it. And that's with all the stuff that we do through this. Is if we enjoy what someone's doing, then we back it, because that's us personally. We really enjoy these things. But we also, I'm sure I probably shared it on one of the last ones, we still have a couple of competitions to come up. We did our book, cookbook. I should have grabbed it. It's in one of the drawers somewhere. But
it's really nice.
Yeah, our vegan cookbook that Jackie and I wrote. We did a competition to give one away. It would have been what?
Towards the end of the year?
Towards the end of the year, yeah. So we put that competition out there, and we selected a winner, but they never got back to us. So we were going to redraw it from the same pool, but I think we're going to run the competition again, because it was partly our fault in the fact that we put the competition the terms that in order to win it, you had to comment with your favorite activist from our series, and also I think it was tag a friend, or the usual competition stuff. And we had the little short bit at the bottom, the quick how to enter type thing, but the main question was actually still in the body of the text above it. And so nobody really actually answered
hundreds
it
of
correctly.
Entries,
so, we're going to have another crack at it. And I know what it's like. I enter quite a few Facebook competitions here and there to get gubbins and stuff. And so often, we just read the tiny little short bit at the bottom. How do I enter? Oh, yes, I want to get into it. I want to be excited. I want to get this prize. So we're going to redo it. I'll redo it with a thing. So there's still a vegan cookbook to win. And we also have some awesome anti-carnist stickers and a little pocket mirror thing. They're really cool. I just stick them on my computer, but I'm like, no, we love your guys' support. We love having such a wonderful community out there, and it's something that we can give to you guys. And it's great for us because we get to see your support more, and then we get to give back in a little way. And
you never know, I might even give away my copy of Ethical Vegan.
Actually, yeah,
if I can part with it.
If I can clench it from a crying claws, so there's some cool things coming up. We also have some other opportunities coming up, possibly for the community to get more involved with Vegan FTA, but still working on some details, some background stuff. We always like to, when we're given this information, presenting these things, we like to be more sort of have everything sort of nailed down properly first, you know. Although we do like to ramble, as you can probably tell, because I was gonna do this for like 5 minutes. It's already like 8.5 minutes.
He
So
does that, honestly. I tell you what, though, talking of reading, which we kind of were before we went off again, but if you have not signed up for our monthly newsletter, please do so, because yeah, we try and put a bit extra into it. It's yes, we've got various highs of the month, various wins and things like that, and some great activists, great sanctuaries to support, and all kinds of great newsy bits. But we put a lot into writing our newsletters to personalize them as much as we can, and to give a bit extra that you wouldn't normally find in our content. So Gareth has put the link to our newsletter. If you haven't signed up, it's only once a month. We don't bombard you with spam. Hopefully everybody is enjoying our newsletter so far. And yeah, we try and schedule it to come out sort of at the start of every month. So the February one is out now. You can go to the website and read the archives as well of January and February, because we just started our shiny newsletter this year. And so yeah, we've got one coming out for the beginning of March, which will be starting soon. So sign up if you haven't already.
yeah, that'll be fantastic. And once again, I'll just want to give a huge thank you to all of our community. A huge, massive thank you to our supporters. A huge thank you to everyone who subscribes to the channel. Keeps coming here, keeps liking, keeps commenting. Just keeps up to date with what we're doing, because we're really trying to put our best foot forward in trying to advocate for the animals and help you guys to advocate better, and also give you the knowledge so that you can be active in the movement, even through all these hard struggling times. We want to make sure that information is available. We can learn from the experts together of how we can make this world a better place. And yeah, there's so much more exciting stuff to share with you, and it'll be coming soon. Especially the Eduardo stuff. I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Got my brain racking.
I
How
tell
we
you
can help on
what,
that.
Eduardo, actually, he got me a little bit teary because we've mentioned sort of previously that I live with chronic illness, and Eduardo also has more than his fair share of health challenges, and yet he is he gives a wonderful account of how it is still possible, even with challenges, to do your best and to be a great advocate, and why he does it, how he does it. And it was really made me a bit emotional. It was really identified with that. Really genuinely great bloke.
We all have different challenges, but we all have different strengths as well, and it's aligning your strengths with your actions and making that advocacy happen. And it's my heart goes out to everyone out there who is in our movement here, who does struggle with health problems, trying to go forward, because that's the thing. You've got to be vegan for the animals, but I always feel it's a sort of a semantic sort of point of, how you end up going vegan, because some people may have been introduced from environmental reasons, some people might have been introduced from health reasons, and that is a big one. Someone has a health scare, then they discover veganism, and then they become vegan for the animals. Well, they become plant-based and then they become vegan for the animals, that sort of semantics around it. But there's a lot of us who, health was what nudged us in this direction. And
it's caring, isn't it? It's about the bigger picture in doing things for others other than yourself, I hope you're enjoying this series this far. If you haven't already seen, we've got Captain Paul Watson. He opened our series 2 on YouTube.
Yeah.
We have got
Dr. Michael Greger. Speaking of like the sort of health link thing. Yeah.
Yeah. We have got, like I said, Jordi Casamitjana this week, and we've got Seb Alex coming up next week. We've just got stacks of great people to bring you. It's so I love this series.
We'll probably be doing another live update around this time next week, because we're talking to Damien Manda, and if you don't know him already, he was in The Game Changer. He was the anti-poaching dude.
Best part of that documentary. I love that.
That was the sort of the only real sort of connection to the animal side of things in that.
Yeah, he spoke about his making the connection with the rhinos and the giraffes. I wanted to stand up in the theatre and be like, yes!
Go that man!
So
we're talking to him next week for our interview, and he will be episode 7. So we have Eduardo talking about his campaign to ban trophy hunting. Then we actually have the anti-poaching. Is he
International Anti-Poaching Foundation.
That's the one.
Foundation founder, Damien. He's also the founder and trainer of the Akashinga.
I'm looking forward to it. We actually haven't watched that yet. So we've in our research process right now, so I've got to get and watch Akashinga. I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be fantastic. You
Yeah.
can see it. Just Google it if you haven't seen it before. I think it's National Geographic that brings it. So just Google Akashinga and you can watch it. It's about 15 minutes long.
Yeah, I was just going to say, tell you what, as I say, it's coming up next week. If you have any idea of a question that you'd really like to ask, feel free to chuck it in the comments, and we'll have a look through. And if we get time, we'll ask it. We'll try and work it into our interview. Because it'd be fantastic to have more of your guys' thoughts and feedback. And yeah, I can't wait to interview him. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Very exciting. He's a really busy man, so it's taken like a long time to tee up this interview as well. So hopefully, we'll be able to line up all our right times, and he'll be have a few minutes to spare to talk to us. So if you're not, please share our content. We've been talking to Eduardo today about the importance of sharing and how we can all do things, even in this time where we've been in lockdown as well this week here in Auckland, and there is still so much that we can do. Please, don't underestimate the power of social media when it comes to really making a difference, because even if people don't rush to like your posts, they do still plant seeds. People do still see them. And as I think we mentioned before, it was a Facebook post that caused me to become vegan, and I know many other people's as well. We see comments all the time on Joey Carbstrong's videos, on Tash Peterson's videos, that it is their content that makes people go vegan. So if you see something that you like, please share it, and you're doing a fantastic thing in doing that, and we love you for it too.
One thing I always like to keep in mind is, you never know whether you're planting a seed, you're watering a seed, or you're harvesting it, because everything we put out there, it has some effect. You may not get any likes, you may not get any comments on what you share or put forward, but the thing is, most of those things are vanity. In the end, they don't really matter. What matters is that someone has seen it and hopefully have taken it in. So once again, thank you all so much. We'll stop it there, because we can
something else.
Oh, you go for it then, because we will talk your ears off.
Sorry, yeah, I was just going to say, Gareth was saying about feedback for various things. If you've got a question for our interview guest, but if there's an activist that you would like us to interview, there's a few on our list. Never-ending source of fantastic people doing great things. But if there's someone that you would like to see us interview and to feature and get their work out there on the series, then do let us know. That would be fantastic. Someone that we try and we interview high-profile activists, but also we'd love to get the work out there of people that don't necessarily get so much coverage or recognition. So,
we're all about all activists, grassroots ones as well. It's just, sometimes it's easier to actually get some of the high-profile ones as opposed to the grassroots ones. So that's actually something we've learned through this. Is a lot of the ones that aren't so commonly known tend to be harder to get hold of, because they're not so used to doing these formatted sort of interviews and such like that. So it's,
they're a bit shy about it, aren't
they?
Yeah,
it's funny that, but no.
Big shout out to Josh Hell. New Zealand's Josh Hell, right? He just did a ultra marathon. He ran 100 kilometers in 24.
I think it's more than that.
Was it? Probably was actually. Yeah. No, it was 100.
Was it 120 or something?
So it was a lot. It was a lot. Anyway, ultra marathon, vegan athlete, absolutely fantastic. He came 6th in his age group, which is awesome, and 100% plant strong. And not only did he accomplish such an awesome feat, but he did it to raise money for the Pause a While animal sanctuary here in New Zealand. So what a top bloke, and we're looking forward to talking to him as well.
Yeah. So we'll love you and leave you, because I don't want to hold up your day, but thank you for listening into another ramble from us. As I say, we'll probably be doing it next week as well after our Damien Manda, and we will probably be absolutely fizzing and bubbling after that one again.
We will.
And we hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. Check out the links in the description for, checking out the books and stuff, and Eduardo's page. I wish I'd even put even more links in there. There's also a link to the newsletter, our YouTube, all that wonderful stuff. But a huge thank you to all. Thank you all for doing what you're doing for the animals. We're all in it together, and I love having this support, this community here. So
thank you so much, all 406,000 of you, and growing. We're getting like 30,000 new subscribers a month, something crazy. So thank you so much for being a part of it.
Right. Have a great day, night, morning, everything. Have a great time. So
see ya.